Welcome everyone. We're gathered here on this absolutely gorgeous afternoon to celebrate one of life's greatest moments, to give recognition to the worth and beauty of love, and to add our best wishes of the words that will unite Rachel and Kevin in marriage. The union of husband and wife in heart, body, and mind is intended by God for their mutual joy and for the help and comfort given one another in prosperity and adversity. So I invite you all to feel perfectly free to smile and enjoy the pleasure and privilege we have today to be a part of this, as it were, a wonderful pageant of love. My duty requires me to ask a very important question, and that is, who gives this woman to marry this man?
We do.
That's wonderful. Now, Kevin and Rachel, as we worked in the plans for this great day, you told me you have a very special group of people here to celebrate with you who actually found this place. So I'd like to ask you in the audience this question. Do you, as parents, grandparents, family members and friends, and bridal party all give your blessing and support to Kevin and Rachel to be joined in marriage? If so, would you all please say a very nice and warm, "We do"?
We do.
Wonderful. You may all take your seats. Thank you. Give her a kiss, then shake his hand. Okay. You're stepping on it.
I'm stuck in the whirlwind.
It's okay. Great. Perfect. Now, Rachel and Kevin, I know you do appreciate having so many family and friends here to celebrate with you, and some important people standing here in support of you, your bridesmaids and groomsmen. Rachel, your maid of honor, Lindsay, and Kevin's sister, Kirsten, and good friends Ray, Hannah, Cindy, Chi, and Natalie as your bridesmaids. And we can't forget Stephen, your bride's friend. Couldn't find a dress for him. And also your flower girls, Cadence and Mackenzie. And Kevin, your best man, Kyle, and your brother, Ryan, good friends Brian and Ryan, Nathan, Ian, and both Joes as your groomsmen. I know each one is very special to you and hand-picked, and I know you have a lot of good memories together. Guys, I think we're going to hear some of those memories later tonight, right? I think you're in trouble. Now, Kevin and Rachel, I ask that you both remember to treat yourselves and each other with respect, and remind yourselves often of what brought you together today, and that's your special love. And so it's appropriate that both of your intentions are considered, that decision you've made to be united together in marriage. Let that solemn and joyful decision to be married to each other for life be the commitment that holds the two of you together. And so I ask you directly, Kevin, do you take this beautiful woman to be your wife, to live together in marriage? If that's the intent and the desire of your heart, this great day and every day and night to follow, will you please tell Rachel, I do.
I do.
So be it. And Rachel, in turn, I ask you about your intention. Do you take this wonderful man to be your husband, to live together in marriage? If that's the intent and the desire of your heart, this great day and every day and night to follow, will you please tell Kevin, I do.
I do.
So be it. Now, Rachel and Kevin have asked me to read some romantic literature that expresses just some of the feelings that they share about love, and this is a beautiful piece entitled, I Love You, written by Roy Croft. Can you in the back hear me? Am I shouting loud enough? Okay, good. I love you, not only for what you are, but for what I am when I'm with you. I love you not only for what you've made of yourself, but for what you are making of me. I love you for the part of me that you bring out. I love you for putting your hand into my heaped up heart and passing over all the foolish, weak things you can't help dimly seeing there, and for drawing out into the light all the beautiful belongings that no one else had quite looked far enough to find. I love you because you're helping me to make of the lumber of my life not a tavern, but a temple. Out of the works of my everyday, not a reproach, but a song. I love you because you've done more than any creed could have done to make me good, and more than any fate could have done to make me happy. You've done it without a touch, without a word, without a sign. You've done it by being yourself, and perhaps that is what it means to be a friend after all. So ladies and gentlemen, we're gathered here today to celebrate this very special love that Kevin and Rachyl have for each other. And now love isn't something that just sort of floats up in the air like our videographer's drone. Instead, it's something very real that happens when two people meet each other at the right place and time in their lives. And they begin to see the other person not just as another ordinary human being, but as someone really unique and special and wonderful and extraordinary. Someone they want to spend more and more time with and now don't want to live without. They have the sense that destiny, maybe forces greater than themselves, have brought them together and they're meant to be together. And Rachyl and Kevin, I know that's how you feel today. Now, as a student in school, you never want to get an F grade in any subject. However, in marriage, I believe that one needs to achieve several F grades for there to be happiness and a wonderful long life together. The first F is what I call faith. This includes a similar religious faith, compatibility in ethical and moral values, and a shared view of what is right and wrong. But it also includes more than that. There must be a faith in oneself, a faith in the other person, and definitely a faith in your future together. And I know you have that faith. The next F that I think is important for a happy, long-lasting relationship is friendship. You need to have fun together and be great friends who really like each other, no matter what you're doing. A healthy friendship does not need expensive entertainment for you to have a good time together. And the best love grows out of a solid friendship. Another F that's a key to a happy marriage is food. I know we'll have some great food later. We all usually eat 3 meals a day, 7 days a week, and it's so important, I think, for a couple to cook and eat together, especially as your family grows. It's a time to leave out all other distractions like cell phones and enjoy great food and heartfelt conversation and lots of laughter. You'll find that so much bonding takes place at meal times. One F that's absolutely vital and essential to any successful marriage is finances. We all spend so much of our lives working, and each person you'll find tends to be either a saver or a spender. So I'm sure you've already decided which one of you is the saver and which is the spender. So when finances are shared, there definitely must be a clear communication as to how spending priorities and decisions are made. The last but not least F that I think is crucial and sometimes underrated is actually a double F, and it's affection. It's a thermometer for your relationship, measuring how hot or cold things are right at that time. It's so common to see friends shake hands like all your groomsmen did today. Later on tonight, you'll do your first dance together. You'll sit together. Couples naturally want to touch each other and hold hands and be together. And I think it's very important that you share a lot and remind each other by a nice touch how important they are to you. So those are the F grades that I think that every married couple should have in large measure, especially when life and work and eventually children crowd in and limit your time together. Faith, friendship and fun, food, finances, and affection. But Kevin and Rachyl, always remember that the greatest kind of love is unconditional love. Now, it's easy to love someone who does nice things for you. It's also pretty easy to love someone that you respect and admire. But I believe there's something that goes beyond the words, I love you if, or I love you because. Unconditional love says to the other person, I love you anyway, and I will love you always, no matter what. Now, this is the rarest love of all, and it certainly has the most risk. But no marriage can last without it. It should never be given lightly, but once given, it should never be withdrawn. For example, when we pray the Lord's Prayer, the Our Father, we ask God to forgive us in the same way that we forgive others. Well, Kevin and Rachyl, by now I'm sure you've learned that neither one of you are perfect, or at least one of you isn't perfect. And unfortunately, in the future, you'll each make mistakes. But unconditional love says to the other person, I forgive you, I still love you, and I will stay with you forever. So Kevin and Rachyl, think back to what brought you together in the first place and how you met. Rachyl, you grew up in Lansing, Illinois, an only child. And after attending Catholic schools through high school, you went to Lewis University for your bachelor's degree and then got your master's in 2014 from the Chicago School for Professional Psychology. And now you teach classes at Ivy Tech. And meanwhile, Kevin, you started off in Chicago and then finished your earlier schooling also in Lansing. And then you got your bachelor's degree in computer technology from Purdue Calumet in 2015. The two of you first met about 9 years ago in May 2008 at a house party hosted by your mutual friend, Ashley Jones. So we can blame her. So you hit things off, and soon after that began dating, going to such places as the Museum of Science and Industry and out to see the Batman movie Dark Knight. So that was the beginning of your romance, and you've been together ever since. You both do feel it was destiny and not just luck or blind chance that put you together. And now you've each discovered your special soulmate for life, and you never want to be apart. So experience the very best there is in life together and continue to romance each other and occasionally take a break from the working world to do something fun. For example, you said you enjoy things like going out to dinner and the movies, attending rock music concerts and festivals, and taking occasional road trips. You've driven down to Florida almost every year to see Disneyland and driven over to the Cedar Lake, Ohio amusement park a few times. You also enjoy playing with your pug dog, Loki, and your boxer dog, Maya, and your cat, Gandalf. Unfortunately, your pets could not be here today, but they do send their best wishes and request some treats from the reception. As you said, it almost doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing because you do enjoy each other's company so much. Kevin, you said that you really love and appreciate Rachyl because she's such a beautiful woman to you in so many ways, both inside and out. She's smart and determined, a good listener, and you always can count on her to be there for you. You like the way she's a real animal lover, so you know that you have a chance for love too. You admire her for being quite talented, including being a good cook. And I should warn you, they say the wedding ring weighs 20 pounds for a man. She makes you very, very happy. And Rachyl, you said that you really love and appreciate Kevin because he's not only tall and handsome, but he's caring, thoughtful, and considerate of you. He's a good combination of being both easygoing and being ambitious and goal-oriented. He has a good sense of humor, and you enjoy a lot of laughs together, especially some sarcasm. You like the way he keeps himself busy with various projects around your house, and you also call him a keeper because he's very neat and clean, keeping your house tidy. So you feel very proud of him, and he makes you feel loved and appreciated. And Rachyl, I'm sure you'll always remember how Kevin proposed to you, and he caught you by surprise. Being the gentleman he is, he already asked your parents' blessing ahead of time, of course, without your knowledge. This happened last fall, and each year at that time you like to go to the pumpkin patch at the County Line Orchard down in Indiana. This was in early September, and at that time hardly any pumpkins could be seen. But Kevin did manage to find a little baby pumpkin, and he gave it to you in one hand, and in the other hand he held out a really exceptional engagement ring and asked you to marry him. After you recovered from your shock, you didn't keep waiting too long down on his knee for your answer. It was a moment to remember. You know, Kevin's a man who's devoted to you and he'll always love you, and I know you're looking forward to your life together, beginning with your honeymoon to the Cayman Islands in the Caribbean, provided there's no new hurricane coming. And then in November, another trip to Florida to your favorite place, Disney World, which supposedly was not flooded. And so Kevin and Rachyl, I ask that you give the highest priority to the tenderness and gentleness and kindness that your marriage deserves, and when frustrations and difficulties arise, as they do in every relationship at one time or another, focus on what still is going right between you and not just the few little things that might be going wrong. And if each of you take responsibility for the quality of your life together, it'll be marked by abundance and delight. Remember also that if God should bless you with children, you'll both have the responsibility to bring them up in a loving home, for they will learn how to love others as they see you love each other and how you love them. And so at this time, you've chosen to formally exchange your wedding vows. Lindsay, would you please come and take your flowers? Thank you. And you can turn and face each other and join hands. Now, Kevin, as you hold both of Rachyl's hands in yours, and as you look into the eyes of this beautiful woman, please share these vows to her, repeating after me. I, Kevin, take you, Rachyl, to be my wife, and partner for life, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish. I promise you my honor and respect
promise you my honor and respect,
the best of my friendship,
the best of my friendship,
and forsaking all others,
and forsaking all others,
I will love you
I will love you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
And now, Rachel, without letting go of this wonderful man, and as you look into his eyes, please share these vows to him, repeating after me. I, Rachel,
I, Rachel,
take you, Kevin,
take you, Kevin,
to be my husband
to be my husband
and partner for life,
and partner for life,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish.
to love and to cherish.
I promise you my honor and respect,
I promise you my honor and respect,
the best of my friendship,
the best of my friendship,
and forsaking all others,
and forsaking all others,
I will love you
I will love you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
Okay, you can face me. You can face me. The bride and groom have provided rings to symbolize these vows. Okay, good. Thank you.
I didn't lose.
Traditionally, the marking of the passage to the stay as a husband and wife is noted by the exchange of rings. Now, Kevin and Rachel, these are powerful statements of love, a seal, as it were, upon your wedding vows. Let them mark you as husband and wife and wear them with joy. They are gifts as you are gifts to each other. May these rings always remind you of the vows you've taken today. Now, since your wedding rings will be placed on your hands, you've asked me to read a blessing for your hands, so you can face each other and join hands again. Just stay right there. Just stay right there. Kevin and Rachel, these are the hands of your best friend, young and strong and full of love for you, that are holding yours on your wedding day, as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years, and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. These are the hands that will hold you when fear or grief fills your mind. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow, and as in today, tears of joy. These are the hands that will tenderly hold your children, the hands that will help you to hold your family as one. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it. And lastly, these are the hands that, even when wrinkled and aged, will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. Now, Kevin, please place this ring on Rachel's hand and then repeat after me. Take your time. Take it down your right knee. I give you this ring. I give you this ring. As a symbol of my love.
As a symbol of my love,
I will love you today, tomorrow, and forever.
I will love you today, tomorrow, and forever.
And now, Rachel, please place this ring on Kevin's hand and repeat after me. And you don't have to get down on one knee. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love.
as a symbol of my love.
I will love you today, tomorrow, and forever.
I will love you today, tomorrow, and forever.
Great. Okay, face me now. Good. At this time, Kevin and Rachel asked their friend Jeremy Melf to come and read a passage from the Holy Bible from Colossians chapter 3. Here, at the top of the next page.
Mm-hmm. I am honored to be a part of this ceremony with these two. I've known them for a long time, and they had reached out to me and asked to read some verses, because today is not just about what's going on today, but what will take place for the next 60 years. So we wanted to share some words of wisdom with them as they go on to these 60 years. Colossians 3:14 through 20 says, "And over all these virtues, put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, since as members of one body, you were called to peace. And be thankful. Let the message of Christ dwell among you richly as songs from the Spirit, singing to God with gratitude in your hearts. And whatever you do, whether in word or deed, do it all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him. Wives, submit to your husbands, as is fitting in the Lord's eyes. Husbands, your wives, and do not be harsh with them. Children, obey your parents in everything, for this pleases the Lord."
Thank you. Now, Kevin and Rachel, for your first act as husband and wife, you're going to do something nice and special. You've chosen to combine two different colors of paint onto a blank canvas here at the front, symbolizing the uniting and the blending of your lives this day into a brand new life. Kevin, your paint represents all that you were, all that you are, and all that you will ever be. The other paint, Rachel, represents all that you were and all that you are and all that you will ever be. And just as this paint, once mixed, can never be separated, so your lives will be forever combined as one. Of course, you each maintain your own individuality, but now the focus of your lives will become we instead of just me individually. I encourage you to keep your new painted canvas in a prominent place in your home as maybe a monument to this day of marriage, and perhaps to celebrate what it represents on anniversaries. You might even want to add some new paint next year. So you may step forward and combine your different paints, and may your love be as eternal and inseparable as this newly painted canvas. I think you'll notice the colors are not black and blue. Finally, there's a famous Irish blessing you've asked me to read. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and the rains fall soft upon your fields. May you live as long as you want and never want as long as you live. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. So Kevin and Rachel, today you've done a beautiful thing. You shared a part of yourselves with your family and friends, and you've exchanged your solemn wedding vows and rings and created your painting of your lives, all which symbolize a lifetime of commitment. Therefore, in the presence of God and all these many witnesses here today, I now declare you to be husband and wife. What God has joined together, let no one separate. Congratulations. I now invite you to seal this day with a kiss worthy of this great occasion. Kevin, you may kiss the bride, your wife. Flowers. Okay, face the audience. It's my great privilege to present to the world for the very first time Mr. and Mrs. Kevin Gill as husband and wife.